Hello, people of YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Poketalk. So, I'm going to tell you guys right now that I may lay off of the new Pokemon X and Y news for a while in these videos and maybe do top 10 lists or talk about theories and specific Pokemon and things. So, this may be the last Pokemon X and Y news type thing that I do for a while. Okay, so let's get started. They released a lot of new Pokemon and things very recently, and the first one I'm going to talk about is Litleo. Litleo is a fire and normal type Pokemon, and it looks like the name suggests. It's a little lion cub looking thing. It's mostly black and brown with a red nose and a red cardinal looking thing on top of its head. And it is said to be a hot-blooded Pokemon that is quick to start fights, and its red bang radiates heat. When up against a strong opponent, the temperature is increased, and when they go stronger, they leave the pack to live alone in the wild. So I hope this has an evolution. It probably will. They just haven't told us what it is yet. And I think that whatever this evolves into could be very powerful and something that you wouldn't really want to mess with. So the next Pokemon I'm going to talk about is Flabébé. I may not be pronouncing that right, so don't call me on that. It's a fairy-type Pokemon, and it is tied with Joltik as the smallest Pokemon, and tied with Ghastly and Haunter as the lightest Pokemon. And it's the only Pokemon with a diacritical mark in its English name. This Pokemon, it looks like the name says, sort of. It looks like a flower with eyes, or maybe a little fairy thingy carrying a flower. I don't know. But this thing, while tiny and very, very cute looking, is going to be something really big against dragon types. So I want to see this thing beat a dragon type. I think that would be hilarious to look at. So the next two things that I'm going to talk about are two evolution lines that recently have been confirmed and stuff. There is the Scatterbug, Spupa, and Vivillon evolution line. And that's basically, to me, reminds me of the Caterpie line. So I have some hopes for Vivillon and stuff, but I think we've seen this type of thing before. The main one that I'm going to talk about, though, is Fletchling evolves into a thing called Talonflame. And this is a very cool looking Pokemon. It's red and black, and it has some yellow on its tail, and it just looks really mean. It looks like it could eat you up. So, it dives at foes and has devastating kicks, and honestly, it's extremely cool looking, and I expect it to be very powerful. It's a fire and flying type, and the Raging Flame Pokemon, I mean, come on, it has to be cool. If it's not Pokemon, you're... I don't know what to say to you about that. Also, released recently, is the first gym leader. Her name is Viola. She's a photographer, and she is the gym leader of Santaloon City. You first hear about her from her sister Alexa, and she is a bug-type gym leader, and her gym looks like a big giant spider web, basically. That's what her gym is. I think that gym is going to be pretty cool, but I don't know. The gym leader seems interesting, but I don't really like the bug-type gyms that much. But the spiderweb thing is cool. We haven't seen that much before. So some other trainer-relevant stuff that has come up recently. The hometown of the player is Vanderbilt Town, and you get 4 friends in the game. Shauna, Tierno, Trevor, Serena if your character is a boy, or Kaleem if your character is a girl. And I don't know what to think about this. It has more friends than usual. The town is probably going to be like all the other things, just a couple of random houses, the lab, and nothing else. So, I don't know what to think about that. I guess we'll get more information on all these things as they come up. So, I guess this is the end of Poketalk today, guys. So, tell me if you want to see me do a top 10 list, or a theories video, or anything else like that. I can even talk about a specific Pokemon for 5 minutes if you want me to. So, tell me what you want to see next. This is She Never Misses, and this has been Poketalk.